It's the middle of winter here at Moat Cottage, and it's a beautiful sunny morning. I like to make the most of the mornings because the sun doesn't always last, and it can be a very different day in an hour or two. It's the most mild winter I've ever experienced here. The leaves started growing out of the fruit trees in the middle of winter, in the middle of July, and we even had a day that was double what we normally have as far as temperature. So it was 19 degrees in the middle of July, which is unheard of. I've been in lockdown for 20 weeks now, and although my area came out of lockdown for a little while, I just stayed in it. I didn't really need to be going out and about and adding to the problem, so I just stayed here. Although I am really looking forward to getting back into the bush and spending time in the trees and with nature, and maybe getting a little bit of hunting in too, as soon as this second lockdown's over. Lockdown for my family has meant that some people are in lockdown and some people are still going off to work, and so we are in lockdown in different rooms. Obviously we share the kitchen, but normally in winter we all spend time around the fire in the lounge room, and this year we haven't even lit the fire. We're just living in our own rooms and sort of keeping separate to each other, although we do see each other, but it's just not the same this year because we are social distancing, which is really strange for a family. And I guess if COVID does come to our house, we're going to get it anyway, so it probably doesn't matter too much, but that's just what we've been doing. 2020 has been a crazy year all round for everyone around the world, so I don't have to tell you if you're living through it, because you already know. Everyone's got their own experiences of 2020. For us, it was the bushfires at the start of the year, and we nearly lost our town, and we were lucky that it was saved by all the firefighters. It was amazing what they did. Then at the end of January, we were buying masks because COVID was coming, and we took it very seriously. And then in March, we went into the lockdown, which of course I'm still in. And now there's a bird flu that's affecting poultry coops 2 hours away from here. So we are having to prepare for that because we don't want our birds to die or get sick. I've had poultry for over 25 years and I've never had to worry about bird flu here in Australia where I live. So this is another new thing that's affecting our way of life in 2020. I am really grateful that I have this way of life though, being able to collect the eggs and the fruit in the middle of winter and fresh vegetables. It's really satisfying to be able to provide for yourself. We had average rainfall over the autumn, which is fantastic because we've been in drought for so many years. When you finally get average rainfall, it really makes the garden grow. So it gave us a good start for the winter. The nasturtiums are still alive. That's how mild my winter has been. Normally I'm cracking ice off the poultry water. I spend my days pottering in the garden, harvesting the food and using it and preserving. I've been preserving a lot of jellies with the citrus fruit that's been growing. My life is basically all the videos that I've made in the past. That's what I do on a normal basis every year. So I'm making things like lemonade, kombucha, mulled wine, pumpkin soup. I'm using the frozen zucchinis and tomatoes, and of course my canned goods as well that I've canned. Then there's the everyday looking after the animals and the ducks and changing the water and looking after them and making sure they're all healthy and happy. I'm making my mulled wine. It's going to be the perfect afternoon to enjoy a glass of mulled wine. Cooking from scratch is so easy when you grow your own food because something as simple as silver beet and snow pea greens, and you add in some roast chicken from your own processed chicken. This is my Sussex. It's just so tasty and delicious. 3 ingredients plus a bit of butter. the sun is still out, so I'm going to harvest some artichokes for dinner. They're Jerusalem artichokes, and I planted 2 bulbs here last spring, and look how many I've got. You just cook them like potatoes, so you wash the dirt off and cook them like potatoes. Any way you cook potatoes, you can cook artichokes. I just leave them in the ground, as they don't store very well if I bring them inside. And the ground is my root cellar, and I can harvest more as I need them. The fog has rolled in, winter is back, and now I'm going to sit inside with a glass of mulled wine and read my seed catalogues to work out what I'm going to be planting for the spring. I hope you're going well, and thanks for spending a winter's day with me during my lockdown. See you next time.